Alright, I'm going to work on this door. The handles, well, you know, it did latch. The other day that wasn't working, now it is. Oh, that's good. But the window doesn't roll down, and I need to take that door apart. Everything needs to be lubricated in there. So I'm going to take this apart, and I'll tell you how you start on these. There's a pin in the back of these handles that you can flip off with a screwdriver, and it'll let these handles come off. Usually there's a bolt underneath the armrest. Here, I mean a bolt, a screw. Here's a screw here. You've got screws in your window trim here. Looks like the bottom, well, there's a screw down there. Looks like the bottom, other than that, it's pretty well already loose. I am going to save this piece because this could be remade, and it has that very cool trim on the inside of it. You can see it over there that kind of matches the outside chrome. So, and I'm going to save this armrest because that can be recovered and fixed. So I'm just going to gently take it apart and see what I can do as far as greasing it all up inside and making it work. What happens is this window will roll about a turn or so, but it doesn't really roll freely. And a lot of times when these things are stuck like that, if you force them, you'll break the mechanism in there. Whereas if you grease it up, you can get it to work, and that's what needs to happen. So I'll work on that. I decided to bring my camera out here and try remaking a video that I shot earlier. I was using this camera to try and show how these door handles work, and I had it aimed in the wrong direction. Apparently I'm just not used to how this camera works. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pop this door handle off of here. I mean window handle. I think I am. Let's see, did I put a clamp back in that? Well, maybe I did. Okay, I take it back. There is a clamp that goes in the back of this that holds this in place. You can either reach back in here with a screwdriver or with a special little tool and flip that clamp off, and it will allow you, once that clamp is off of there, to wiggle this off. The same thing with the door handle. I redid the window crank, and now it works I started to say quite well. It looks like it could use a little bit more redoing, but it is working. Here's the window. Window goes up, window goes down. Got a few cracks in it, but I don't care about that. Notice this thing moving every time I do that. Probably I need some more grease on this. I put a little like penetrating oil on there, but it actually probably all needs to be taken apart and cleaned up real good and greased up real good and put back together. I also redid this door track. What I found was that this thing right here, this part that returns, is what makes the door re-latch, and before it would come up here and just stick, and with a little bit of oil I got it to where it would return, which meant the door would latch again. So I wanted to remake that because I did that earlier, and the video of it was such poor quality because I didn't have the camera aimed in the right direction. I'm still getting used to this new little camera. It might take me a while. Boy, she's closed good. Alright, let's talk a little bit about how to remove these handles. Inside the back of the handle there's a notch. There's a clamp, a wire clamp like this. This slips in like this. Well, yeah, it slips in just like that. And these little teeth press in on a notch that's on the handle over there. This little piece goes on the back of it. See, when that's on there, this hook is mashing down in here against this piece, which keeps that from coming off. And that is the way it works. So with that said, I'm going to take the rest of this off, and then we're going to see if we can't loosen up this this whole thing and get it to working. This one's off too. So let's see if we can get the rest of this apart.